All right, welcome to the Ranksters episode. I don't know because we'll see here when this goes out. I'm not gonna say a name or a number. We don't know.
We don't know.
I'm Adrian. Gore's here. Kyle's here. We're recording this live on twitch.tv/depunked. We just finished our Fast and Furious rankings, so if you watch that, there's your reference of when we started recording this. We're doing a double feature. This one's going to be a extra recording just in case we have to miss a week, which has been happening a bit more. So probably next week we'll see.
Yeah.
You all right, Kyle?
Yeah. He's dead.
Anyway, we're doing Star Wars. This one is going to be probably a lot less. Not probably. It will be a lot less eventful than the Fast and Furious one because I know nothing about it really. I know a little bit.
Watch some. All right.
I know. I watched the most of these.
The newer ones.
All right. I mean, I can already tell you immediately. Well, maybe not immediately. I guess a couple in. Me and Kyle are gonna.
I can tell you. So one of my experiences with this was my dad had all the VHSs of the Star Wars movies, and me just being a kid, not knowing anything about Star Wars, not even asking him prior, thought that I should watch them in sequential, 1 through 6.
Right.
So I started with episode 1 and thought that movie was really bad.
Oh my god, a pussy!
Continue.
I thought 1 was really bad, so I just stopped watching. I was like, well, I guess this franchise isn't that good.
Oh, he got scratched.
In the ball, probably.
Anyway. They don't work anymore. Hey,
that's a horrible thing to do.
Hey, girlfriend. Ain't working anymore.
Help.
Dude, what a horrible thing. They made you watch Phantom Menace first.
No, they didn't make me. Yeah. I pulled them out myself to go watch them. I didn't ask
well, that's George Lucas' fault then.
Yeah. You like those trade discussions?
Nope.
I bet it was fun.
Anyway, we're
A New Hope.
Let's do this. You guys are mostly taking the reins on this, at least for the first half.
All right. Well, I have a feeling we're gonna get through the first 3 pretty quickly because there's not much to say really for those because they're amazing for the most part. I mean, the third one.
I mean, we could talk about it, but I don't want to.
The third one has its problems. It may not as good as the first 2, I don't think, at least, but it has some great moments though. Amazing moments actually. But the first one is one of those that got saved. Everybody knows this got really saved in the editing process. The music, just people coming in really fixing what was filmed because everything that was filmed was all fucked up in this movie. They added a ton of really state-of-the-art special effects, so it saved it, and it's a solid movie, and it's a great one that you could just watch this and then not watch any of them, and you'll be fine.
Be satisfied. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: when it comes to the original Star Wars, look up Star Wars 77. Look that up. Mm-hmm. It's the original Star Wars that most people have not seen since the fucking 90s version, the special edition. Dude, it's fucking awesome. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, hold on. Adrian's having problems.
Yippee!
You good now? Hello? All right, go ahead, Kyle.
I don't want to repeat myself.
Okay, so anyway, New Hope is great. Star Wars New Hope is great, or just Star Wars at the time. But yeah, no, watching some of that original footage, some of the stuff that just didn't make it in the movie too. Like in this one, you see Jabba the Hutt, and he's just some dude. Yeah, he's just some dude. And then later on, to be fair, that was the one change that made sense. If you're gonna make Jabba, obviously in the third movie of the big fat slug, then changing it later with the special editions to when. If you want to add that scene in later to it being the giant slug, I guess makes sense. Them digitally altering Han Solo to step on his tail though is horrible. Yeah, but the original movie is great. It's no.
It's a classic movie.
Tale of those time.
It's still an S movie for me.
Yeah, me too.
S tier, Adrian. Classic. All right, and then what makes Empire Strikes Back such a great movie is that it has everything from the first movie, but it has good writing and directing, basically.
Really quick.
Very Krishna.
Hey, right, gotta go, but can I give an anime suggestion? Sure.
Yes.
Also, I was gonna say is I let my buddy hop on my Disney Plus, and so I made his avatar Jabba the Hutt.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
McClunky.
McClunky.
Yeah, sorry the audio
But
got
yeah,
a little
Irvin
weird for a
Kershner
second.
does
I
the
tried to
Robocop.
unplug and replug really quick to see if the crackling will go away, but it's sporadic. It's really weird.
Okay. Well, it just fits the quality of the content. So
That will be fixed.
Irving Kershner, actual director, classic Hollywood, and
RoboCop
yeah,
2. All the classic. Classic.
Eyes of Laura Mars, classic. It's a great movie that gets its dues.
Hell
S
yeah.
tier.
Akudama Drive.
S-tier.
Huh?
That's what an A
Muhammad Drive? Or
Akudama Drive.
Mulholland Drive?
Mulholland Drive. I said Muhammad Drive.
Hey,
I would love to see Mulholland Drive as an anime. I want to see how they do that.
Return of the Jedi, when it's not on Endor, is perfectly great.
Well,
Right.
okay, I grew up with the Ewok stuff, so I'm okay with that. I just found it to be disappointing how they treated some characters.
Han, dude.
Yeah, Han doesn't do shit.
Ridiculous. It's so bad. He's honestly like really bad in that movie.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Like it was like if you took his narration from Blade Runner and just made it his performance.
Honestly, yeah.
He's really weak in that.
And like a lot of the action on Endor's bad, kinda.
Yeah. Because like all the speeder stuff is like it's cool, but it's not like I don't know. I
think it's pretty
really
dated.
Hey, we just did Fast and Furious, but I never find just fast vehicles entertaining. Just watching them, especially when it's data like that, where it's obviously on a fucking green screen, but
or a blue screen.
Blue screen at the time. Yeah.
But the Jabba Palace scene is Kino. The stuff with Darth Vader's great, but.
Oh yeah, the Emperor. This is the first time. I mean, we see him sporadically, but this is like the big one. This is like when he really shows up, and he's great. I love all the Luke sees himself as Darth Vader. He realizes that Darth Vader is like the same as him because of the arm, or he's becoming Darth Vader, I guess. So it's like all subtly done, and yeah. We'll get to the Disney movies, but when it comes to subtlety, it's not in
high supply.
Some would say it's far from subtle.
Oh, fuck you, Frasier. B tier.
Someone was what?
I'd say B. Like, there's great stuff. There's bad stuff though.
I don't mind some of the weaker stuff because I think Han Solo's fine in the first half, and then he kind of just fucking completely drops off later. F tier. No, I'd say low A. So
okay,
sure.
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 1999. I mean, is there a single? I mean, listen. The good things about the movie, the best music out of any Star Wars movie.
Yeah, the music is really good.
The music is fucking phenomenal. The pre-production stuff, the set design, like the look, all fantastic. The writing.
I like some of them, even though a lot of them are shitty.
I would
either shitty CG or like background stuff. I like some of the features.
I would love to have like an art book of this movie.
There's actually a pretty good one that's like a designs thing or whatever. I forgot what it's called, but I had it like growing up. It's just like a book.
I have the one for episode 3. It just have like a picture of a lightsaber, and it would like tell you like all the nerdy things about it.
Yeah, it's charged by a kyber crystal. I'm like, all right, cool.
Why are you fucking with the ranking so much?
You're talking his praise. It's so good that it's knocking the other ones down.
Yeah, it's fucking all the other ones up.
Yeah, well,
pre-production alone, man. Pre-production alone.
Empire. Episode 1 is S tier. Everything else is D or F.
I still enjoy this movie. I don't fucking know. I'm crazy.
I don't hate episode 1.
I just don't like episode 1.
I just do not like it. There's some okay stuff in it.
Yeah,
I don't think anything really. I don't think that anything besides the music really rises to really good or great.
Rise to the Skywalker.
Jar Jar's amazing. We can all agree. But when he makes the poopy noises, it's funny.
Misha,
I like how it looked like you had to look behind to make sure you could make that noise. Do you look behind?
Oh, no, he thought Jar Jar.
Oh.
He thought Jar Jar was fun. This is fun. Jar Jar's sneaky, and he's stinky.
And he's Darth Plagueis or whatever.
Oh yeah, Darth Plagueis to watch. I wish that happened. Disney should have did that. If that happened, I would have lost my shit in the theater.
J.J. Abrams had no balls.
Yeah, yep. JJ Jar Jar. It's right there in front of us. Him and his mystery box bullshit. He could have did it.
What's our ranking, boys?
Maybe the next Cloverfield movie will have it. Maybe Jar Jar.
In spite of itself, I would still give it a B because I enjoy watching it.
I will give it a low C. So
right.
we're not as far as you think. I thought you'd give it a high.
No.
I thought you'd give it like a high A.
No, but I still enjoy it. And I mean, dude, the music is fucking kick-ass.
It's still not a good movie though.
Episode 2 is a flat-out fucking failure.
Attack of the Clones is fucking garbage. I hate everything about it. The only thing that's kind of cool about it, and I sound like a dipshit because it's like, oh, cool lightsaber battle, but I do like the Yoda fight with fucking Darth Dooku, or his name is Count
I hear
Dooku.
what you're saying, Gore. I got you.
Count Dookie.
Yeah, it's stupid because it's like Yoda has to fucking flail around like an asshole to even like reach Dooku, so it's like whatever. But it was like, all right, cool, and I like watching Anakin get his arm cut off too. That was fun.
The scene in the factory with C-3PO is one of the worst set pieces of any fucking movie ever.
Oh my god! Wait, and Padme's in that one too, right? Where she has to like dodge the shit, or is that in the third one? No,
I don't know.
No, that's the one where she's like dodging the shit too. I think so.
And the whole shit in the whole gladiator stuff so bad.
I hate it.
Just a fucking orgy of garbage special effects.
It's fucking garbage. This movie sucks ass. But you know what? I will give the movie another piece of credit. We got the really great The Clone Wars animated show.
That was Kino with Gendy Tartakovsky.
Gendy Tartakovsky. Shout outs. And I've heard that the Clone Wars show that is out now, that just finished, I guess, last year, it gets good. I heard it's weak in the beginning, but it actually gets pretty good.
Yeah, but this movie sucks balls. Kamino's kind of cool. Obi-Wan's all right in it, but
I
man,
hate Obi-Wan. When he's like, this is your life, and he's like pointing at the lightsaber. I'm like, that's not like fucking. I hate it. Death sticks, you can blow me.
Dexter Jetster.
And
that shitty fucking like Blade Runner set piece in the beginning.
Oh yeah. No. This whole movie's fucking garbage. It's like I can't think of anything that's actually good about it. Is the soundtrack good in this one? I don't even remember.
There's like one good song, like one memorable song in it, the romance theme. Oh, and Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman.
Because I feel bad about like what's his name, the kid from the first one that played Anakin,
Jake Lloyd.
I feel bad for him because he was terrible in it, but a lot of people were also. He's a kid actor, and he got so much shit. It almost ruined his life. The same thing with the Jar Jar actor. Like, I feel bad for them, and I don't get me wrong. I kind of feel bad for Hayden Christensen, especially since he's actually better in the third movie. But in this one, he's garbage. He's so bad. He's so fucking garbage. He's really annoying. He's like, I killed you, Sans, all that shit. I fucking hate him.
Right.
I can't, like, him being Darth Vader makes me upset. It's like, really, like as a kid, you can forgive a 10-year-old. All right, I'm sure every villain was an annoying 10-year-old, but when he's like 20,
I'm sure every villain was a 10-year-old.
Yeah, well, no, probably not actually. There's some robot villains, but it's just fucking garbage.
It's straight up D.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah. I'd say low D, honestly.
Wow,
it's close to enough. I can't stand. The special effects are garbage in that one. Like they really double down on that shit. Ugh.
And it was shot in 1080p, so. The 4K that they're selling right now is a jip because they shot that movie in 1080p. So you get nothing from 4K.
Well, that sucks too because I would love to see those terrible special effects like actually in 4K. Like that's why I bought the Gods of Egypt 4K. I want to see that. I want to see how bad that'll look in the highest quality possible. Well, I guess there's 8K coming.
All right, Revenge of the Sith, I think, like, deserves its place as the best of the prequels because it's very operatic and like epic. Like, this movie's like actually feels fucking epic, and the writing isn't so bad that you want to fucking claw your eyes out. There's tons of cool shit in this movie. The opening set piece is awesome. Very memorable lines and like character stuff, and the whole like Order 66 stuff is classic and iconic.
So killing younglings, come on, man, that's funny.
The only reason why you'll hear people defend the prequels is because this movie, and I think this is better than Return of the Jedi. Honestly, I don't think that's a very controversial thing to say nowadays.
Yeah, I think it might have a higher score than like Critic and Rotten Tomatoes than Return of the Jedi does.
Yeah,
because I think Return of the Jedi was like in 70%. I think this is the 80-some%. I don't know. Gotta look that up. But yeah, you know what? I don't agree with that. Because Return of the Jedi I think is a perfect conclusion, where this one kind of botches its conclusion. Padme just died of a broken heart. Obi-Wan just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be a hermit for like 30 years," which makes no sense. Well, not 30 years, like 20 years. But like, which makes no sense. Like, he was just in the desert for 20 years. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought he would do something else.
You're not wrong, bro.
I don't know. And they're gonna make that show about Obi-Wan, so obviously he did something else. Unless it's gonna be him just chilling in the desert for fucking 10 seasons or whatever. Not that I want him to go on adventures. I just thought maybe he'd try to like reestablish some form of the Jedi, anything like just chill out in fucking desert. Fuck it. Whatever. And of course the Darth Vader and all that shit. Yeah,
but it's very it's like cheesy in like a space opera sort of way.
Sure. But this one's the most dramatic. This is the first one to be PG-13 also. So it's like it's really fucking grim. Like, people's heads get cut off. At the beginning, Count Dooku gets fucked
Siege
up.
says probably better than the Disney Star Wars movies.
Oh, you know what? Dude, I will say this for definitely. I still kind of like The Force Awakens. If I could just watch that as its own thing, I can enjoy that. But obviously it's been tainted a little bit because of The Last Jedi, and
this was the.
I still don't hate The Last Jedi.
This was the
only.
This was the only Star Wars movie I watched in theaters.
It was an event, that's for sure. I remember going to the theater for this one.
Yeah, and my buddy had his birthday and he really wanted to go see it, so we took like the whole like party to go see Star Wars.
Oh yeah, but the kids
the video game. The video game was all right, honestly.
The video game was actually pretty good. I remember getting it I rented it. I rented it just so I could see all the footage because they advertised it like you get to see like 15 minutes of footage from the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And the game was actually kind of fun. It was like just a generic, like, kind of beat 'em up kind of thing.
Hack and slash.
Yeah, hack and slash, yeah. But it was fun. It had a weird like multiplayer mode.
It did, dude. Yeah, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, it was fun. But
you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna be that guy and say A.
I'll say B. So I guess it's A.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
Below Return of the Jedi, I guess.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I saw it on a friend's.
F tier. Fuck this. All right, next.
Really quickly, I saw this movie twice opening weekend because when I saw it, me and my friend were laughing hysterically at the Jabba the Hutt Jr. scenes.
Oh, stinky or smelly?
Yeah, and it was so.
Adam Sandler characters.
We love nonsense. Yeah, exactly. It was that the whole movie, but like the rest.
I'm glad we found that. The one thing like Cameron Jackson did for us.
Yeah, but the whole tone of that movie is like tries to be serious, but it looks like fucking like marionette puppets. It's so horrible.
Yeah,
Star Wars: The Clone Wars, a horrible movie. But I did see it twice.
It's so fucking ugly. It's so fucking annoying too. I hated everything about it. Like the amount of enjoyment I had for Revenge of the Sith was like completely decimated 3 years later when they came out with this fucking piece of shit. Because it was hyping up the show, and they want to make a movie. It honestly has some of the worst animation I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking garbage.
And apparently the TV show looks better than it.
Well, I think the show still looked kind of like that, but it's kind of forgivable as a show. But then it got better as the seasons went on.
Right.
Like the last season looks really good, actually, from the trailer I saw at least. But Yeah, it was fucking abysmal. I hated everything about it.
Yeah.
Even the girl everybody loves, the Tano Ahsoka or whatever, like she was fucking so annoying in it. She was just like just talking shit to fucking Anakin the entire movie. She's fucking. I hate that kind of character. Then you have the cutesy little fucker, like, which is Smelly or whatever. Not cutesy, but he's like the character they want to turn into a toy. That failed. No one gives a shit about Smelly the Hutt or whatever his name is. I think his name is actually Stinky. I'm not even making a joke about it.
Stinky the Hutt.
Yeah, his name is Stinky the Hutt. Stinky Kong is funny. Stinky the Hutt is not funny.
All right, so that's the OG George Lucas era Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Now let's go into the Disney
era.
movies.
The slave era. The white slave era, that he calls them.
Yeah. The Force Awakens. A very complicated relationship with this movie. When I saw the very first time, I didn't feel good on it, but then I saw like 4 times afterwards, and I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I loved it. Yeah. And I think it has to do with J.J. Abrams' ability as a competent action director, because he knows how to
job of making you feel things for something you had feelings for in the past, like Star Trek thing.
And he knows like pacing and all that stuff. At least in this movie and in the Star Trek movies.
I kind of feel bad for him in The Rise of Skywalker, because it's just like he had to like fucking course correct everything after Last Jedi said, fuck it, nothing matters. Snoke, fuck him, he's dead. This guy, he's gone. Finn, fuck it, I don't know. He wanted to commit suicide, but he didn't do it. Like Rose, fuck that. It's like all these characters like that you can't do anything with. And he had to just like come up with something to end the entire series, the Skywalker saga.
I guess we'll talk about that, because I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that. In a
bit, well, I feel bad for him, but yeah, continue.
When the trilogy ended, when I think back to Force Awakens, I think empty fun, like empty enjoyability.
Sure. I mean, that's all it really needed to be.
Safest thing you could have done, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it only makes it worse as time goes on.
Everybody came out and saying like it's just New Hope, but like everybody made these fucking videos like they were the first one to think of that. Like it's not really. I mean, besides the Death Star part, it's definitely like a lot of it is different leading up. It
just doesn't take risks. Is the problem.
It tries to.
Yeah, like the structure is there, but like character wise and all that, there's a lot of differences.
And it tries to take risk with killing off Han Solo, but it's like, bro, the dude's old.
Well, he wanted out of this franchise.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we knew about that. He was old. It's like, is this really a risk? Like in the grand scheme of things, not really.
I mean, I don't know. I liked Han Solo in it. I like that Harrison Ford really, like, because he's been sleepwalking through roles for years, and everybody's like, oh, he's back. Oh no! And then he was Han Solo. He did a great job. So, when he shows up about an hour into the movie, it's great. And then, yeah, I mean, the new characters are interesting, but we know that they don't go anywhere. They kind of suck. It's just like one of those things.
I would not.
Wait, God.
I just would not want to watch this movie again, because it's just like empty promises.
Exactly. Like, where did fucking the little alien girl get the Luke's lightsaber from? Who fucking knows? They didn't explain that. None of it's explained. All these questions they had in the fucking first one. I guess they kind of answered it. She's a Palpatine. Wow. What?
Whoa.
I'd rather she be nobody, like in The Last Jedi. That's way more interesting than she's the granddaughter of Ugly Face. Like, all right. I'd rather her be somehow related to Mace Windu. I don't know how that would work, but
so where you guys rate Force Awakens then? I think as a non-Star Wars fan, even not being familiar with the original, I mean, I know enough, right? You can't really like watch movies and just like not pretty much know most of the stuff. I'm just not ranking it because I haven't actually really delved in, but I mean, even then, it still felt super familiar. Like, it was like, I feel like this is something that I've watched before, even though I haven't watched it before.
I mean, after Star Wars came out, everything was ripping it off too. So it's just like one of those things. Like, this is ripping off the original Star Wars, which then got ripped off by tons and tons of movies. So.
Right.
This movie really kicked off like the soft reboot like craze.
That's
not a very good thing.
You had Ghostbusters, which was not even, that was actually a reboot. They just lied about it in the trailers and said that it was that was going to be a reboot, a soft reboot. But it was just straight up a remake, or not. I guess just a straight
It really
reboot.
did
It had
though.
none of the
Like this
characters.
is the thing that kind of started trying to resurrect a bunch of the franchises.
Yeah. What, like, I guess, no, not Predator. Like, I'm thinking of like what else. Like, I'm sure there's a lot, but whatever.
Jurassic World came before it, but it's in that vein.
Jurassic World, yeah, but Star Wars, we knew that was happening before Jurassic World. I feel like because
That's
Disney bought
true.
that shit. So I can't even see like Jurassic World, like hearing about Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween. Whatever.
there was a lot, but most of them were pretty bad. So
Yeah.
So what it wasn't a bad movie, but it just didn't. It felt kind of like.
I don't think it's a bad movie.
I don't think it was
it's
bad, but
fun.
it didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, I mean, it did what it needed to do. It made Star Wars fun again, I guess.
Yeah, I will say this. I think
so.
They're kind of in between a rock and a hard place, because when you're trying to come back in and revive a franchise that's as like storied as Star Wars, you don't really have that much room to make too much drastic moves. You have to still appease to people, and you can't scare them away right away. But at the same time too, it's like I feel like the only best bet you can do is play safe with this. So I get it. And I'm not really gonna. It's hard to kind of like critique that, because like you can't really bring Star Wars back and make it all Jurassic, and then it's not gonna feel like that's what it was supposed to be.
Right.
So
I agree. It was just there to give you the warm feelings.
Right.
Star Wars.
It did that.
Hey, if you want to get the feeling everybody got from this, just watch the beginning of Red Letter Media's Rogue One review. X-Wings, I'm gonna come. It's good. Just watch it. Speaking of Rogue One, I guess we have to continue.
All right.
I'd give it a high C.
All right.
I give
it a low B. I give it a low B. No, you don't give it a B. Come on.
What?
You said it was all right, and you gave it the highest score. What the fuck?
I mean, I didn't think you guys were gonna go that low with it. I thought you guys would enjoy it more than the other ones. I'll give it a low B.
So you're just going high because you thought we would go?
No,
I
thought the way you guys sounded like I was gonna stand by a B, but
no, I think it was fun. But the other movies tainted it. Really,
it's gotten worse over time.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not even the movie itself; it's because of the fucking.
See that's probably why I have a little bit of disconnect with you guys, is because like I don't have a care about the franchise that much. So even if the last movies really did ruin the beginning, I don't really care still. Like there's not really that much to.
You watched the last 3 movies, right?
Yeah, but I mean
because it's still self-contained enough.
Yeah, but it's like even then I wasn't even that invested in it, Where it's
but
like,
I'm saying it ruined things in like 8 and 9 ruined things in 7 is what I mean. Like the new things in 7, the new characters that had promise, and then in 8, Finn was relegated to a shitty side mission that had nothing to do with anything, and then 9 he might as well just been a fucking dog following Rey. Like,
I agree with all that stuff. It just, I guess maybe it's still like as much as like my care about Star Wars is showing when I'm like, oh, that doesn't really bother me that much either. But I get that. I'll take that.
Yeah. I just think it's so shitty that the best thing Finn ever did was still when he picked up the lightsaber and fought Kylo Ren at the end of the 7th movie, and then after that he did literally nothing. Like you could cut him from 8 and 9, and you really wouldn't miss anything that's important.
I think, that's bullshit. The way he got treated through that series is bullshit, and he has every right to like talk shit.
Yeah.
Rogue One is a really boring movie that I don't care about.
This is
my girlfriend just gasped loudly.
I like the frozen screen.
Yeah. Rogue One is my favorite of these movies.
Well,
you know what? It is mine also. And you know what? Honestly, thinking back to it, I think Solo might be my second favorite of these 5.
I liked Rogue One. Rogue One is a fun one-off. You don't really need to know too much about anything. You can have the basic knowledge, and it was a self-contained, done. I don't have to think about the rest of that movie. Like it's like cool, everything's done. There's no loose ends really like that big. That I'm like, oh, it's gonna be to be continued. I gotta watch more. it's like, oh, it is what it is, and you know where it's gonna lead.
It definitely loose ends at the end. Fucking new cold with motherfuckers.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this movie.
I really enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of problems with fucking fan service. I get that, and I know that's not probably your main complaint, Kyle. That's a lot of people's main complaints. Like the fucking what the hell are the names? The fucking the guys from the first movie that show up from the bar.
The First Order.
No. The guys that show. No, I'm talking about all the fan service. The guys from the first movie from the bar. You had the like.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like you, buttface.
Yeah, I don't like you either. Those guys, yeah, buttface and the fucking.
And it's the chess, the chess thing.
Yeah, and then R2D2 and fucking C3PO showing up for fucking no reason, just so the audience can go, you know. But I do enjoy a lot about it, so I'm gonna stop agreeing with you now, Kyle, because I think I like the character. Hold on, I'm not done. I like the characters. They're not amazing or anything, but I like them for the most part. But the action I think was great. I do like that there's a lot of like Revenge of the Sith style like darkness to it. Like I like that the first time we see one of our main characters, the one thing he does is like kill another rebel or whatever because he like leaked information or something. He had to kill him or whatever. I don't know. I just like certain things like that. Like it actually showed it as a war. Like it just felt more like a war, and they're doing like infiltration shit. I enjoyed that. I don't know. I liked it.
The first trailer for this movie was fucking really cool.
Yeah.
Watch the original like teaser for this movie.
Yeah, I think all the trailers are really good. And there's that other one that came out. Save the dream.
Yeah. Forrest Whitaker in this movie is like the only like memorable part about it. The rest of the movie I just think it's like a really boring, not very well told heist, and like. Yeah, the fan service, like I felt like really cathartic when Red Letter Media did that review. Right. That's how I felt, and after this,
even though I love that beginning of that review, I like just having X-wings. I don't think it's fan service. Like it makes sense for the time period this is set in to have X-wings, but I do find it like C3PO and fucking R2D2 showing up out of nowhere.
There's just very little new things in these movies that are like actually feel new.
It makes sense for this movie, but like they just keep doing like this era of Star Wars, so you just keep seeing the same shit over and over again. So it's just like even with the Disney sequels, like now the stormtroopers are red.
Yeah.
Wow. Like what the fuck? Even though we say that, I think the black suited stormtroopers in this were pretty cool looking.
I do want to apologize to everyone.
I mean, I have a simple brain. I have a simple brain. I like black.
Kyle's camera's frozen for us too, so if you guys are seeing that frozen, that's definitely
What? Is it really?
It's been freezing for the last like 10 minutes.
No,
well, that's fine. You don't need to see anything. Pennywise still here.
Yeah, he's looking right at your ass too.
He's about to get your ass. He's gonna bring you down that sewer.
I had the most fun with this movie by far of all the new Disney era movies.
I think a lot of people still think it's the best of them. And I know a lot of people don't like.
Alex Jones liked it.
Oh hell
yeah! You know that?
Hell yeah! He also thinks the frogs turned him gay or whatever. So
turned him gay.
Him gay. Man, those frogs are so horny. Man.
I legitimately enjoy this movie, so I'm gonna put an
A. I'm sorry, Kyle, but I'm gonna have to put low A.
Low A, bro. This shit's a C.
Oh, okay. That's actually higher than I thought you'd give it, honestly.
No,
I think that's probably high.
Okay,
B, right?
dude.
2 A's in
the
C?
last.
Yeah, but one's like, a low A. I don't know. That's fine. I'll take it.
The Last Jedi, bro. I've only seen this movie once, and I remember being really confused after seeing it. I'm just like, I don't care about Star Wars anymore.
So I remember being satisfied by a lot of it, and then just really not liking. Mainly just all the Finn stuff. And Rose I thought was a lame ass character.
And Rouge.
Like all that stuff. But like I didn't mind the Poe stuff. Like I know some people hated it, but I was just like, all right. I mean it's silly, but I'm like, all right, it's not. It's a very small part of the movie, I feel like. But I really liked all of the Luke stuff. I know everybody hates like he projected himself there. And he like Rey beats his ass, and he doesn't want to be a Jedi anymore. I found that kind of interesting. Wait,
Here's the thing. It's
Wait,
again.
Is your camera back?
His
or are they just like
his camera's still frozen?
Oh, okay. It did it. Now it's a different face for me. So
it moved for a second and froze. And again,
Really?
from an outsider's perspective, and again, not having that much of a stake in this race, I thought it was very interesting. I enjoyed it. It felt very different too. Again, just like I have that familiarity of Star Wars just because of how much I see other movies. I think the flack was kind of enormous. I get why, but I also just think that it was a bit wild. Like it felt like people really wanted the same. They by volition are what caused Rise of Skywalker, right? They were complaining so much, like too much change. We want this. It's like you're not gonna get a good story if you want this. Want this. Like you gotta change it up and at least take some risks on it. Maybe there were too many risks for Last Jedi. I thought it was totally fine.
I find some of the stuff interesting. I know now because when I saw it in the theater, I didn't realize how bad the choreography was in that fight scene. But like that, when I first saw the fight scene in the throne room with Kylo and Rey, I thought that was fun. But if you could just watch like it was a Corridor Digital, they did like a breakdown of that fight scene. It's fucking awful. Like, I didn't even know, like, people's weapons disappear out of nowhere, and like this character's in the background just like flailing their swords at nothing, and like Rey, they hit one guy.
You have to show me that video. I kind of want to look at that.
Contact at all. So
I want to look at that.
Yeah, watching it in theaters, and I'm just like getting swept up in it because they just cut fucking Snoke in half. And I was like, oh, because Snoke I didn't give a shit. But like, whatever, it's another Emperor. Oh, he's dead. All right, cool. Now where's it gonna go? And I thought the Kylo stuff there would have been interesting if they said, fuck it, fuck the Empire, fuck the Sith, fuck all this stuff. Let's just do our own thing. I thought that would have been interesting if they went on with that. But
a lot of these choices would have been super interesting, I think, going forward. But no one really wanted to give it a chance. And like, I mean, again, I think by their own choice, they got what Rise of Skywalker was. So I feel like you're not obviously people are allowed to complain all they want and do whatever. I don't give a fuck. But I think it's hard for it's hard for me to accept your complaints if you're going to complain so much about changes and then complain and they didn't really change or they gave you exactly fan service the movie they got going up here. I think some of that stuff was actually pretty cool. Like I think making Luke not this deity god that some people like rose him out to be, like the dude's just a dude still, like whatever.
Yeah. And I didn't mind. The only thing I didn't like is that he immediately sees Kylo, like he gets the sense that Kylo is going to the dark side, and immediately he's about to kill him. Like I mean, if that's like because he has that like moment where he's about to strike him down, which doesn't make sense to me because he didn't do that with his father 20-30 years ago, and he was Darth Vader. So why would he do it now with a kid that's not even dark yet? He's not even at the dark side.
Yeah, you can explain that away, I'm sure, if you wrote it a little bit better. You know, it's like if they wrote it in stronger, you could have been saying like he just suffers really bad PTSD or something, and it could have been like I just had to get rid of this stuff. But again, like whatever. I think still the choices they made were a lot more interesting than they turned out to be because the people freaked out so badly. Honestly.
Yeah. And some like there's a lot of critical videos out there that aren't like ridiculous. Like they're not like fucking like females everywhere, because this one's like very female centric. Like I think all the because there's a lot of videos out there just like fucking SJW Star Wars.
Like you're like serious. Like
I mean,
why do people?
I don't care either as long as it's not like in your face.
Sure,
like Captain Marvel was.
Sure, but even then, again, like I said with Captain Marvel, my thing is at the end of the day, yeah, is it ham-fisted in a lot of ways? Sure, but like still like on opening night, and even when I went to theaters like multiple times too, it's like so many little girls and like their moms and everything were like going in to watch Captain Marvel. And it's like cool, like whatever. Like if it takes like cool. one, I don't get one masculine Marvel movie. They get one like that. Cool, like whatever. I don't give a fuck. That's fine. Doesn't bother me
multiple times.
Multiple times.
You saw Captain Marvel multiple times.
No, when there was like another movie in theaters around then.
Like
I went the opening night and then I would watch whatever else was in the fucking theater that night.
Right.
Yeah, I saw Alita Battle Angel. I That was
No, and
that was
I can agree with you. I think Alita Battle Angel is like an infinitely stronger movie, and that's not even to say like that's not to discredit.
That's a role model, not someone that like beats up a guy and then steals their motorcycle. That's the hero.
Yeah, but she wears Nine Inch Nails shirts. I'm kind of into that.
She doesn't even know what Nine Inch Nails is. She's a poser,
she just steals the shirt. Yeah.
She thinks it's like she thinks it's like a Beatles song or something. She's that stupid.
A Beatles song.
All
right, Kyle. What do you guys say about this? Because you're so frozen.
The Last Jedi, at the end of the day, I just don't care about.
I'm at that point too. I do like all the Luke stuff, but then they kind of just dive bombed that in Rise of Skywalker. I think if anything, Rise of Skywalker ruins The Last Jedi more so than Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker ruined The Force Awakens. So, Last Skywalker has a lot of, not Rise of Last Jedi, TLJ, we'll call it. TLJ has tons of problems, like pacing issues, but there's a lot of the writing, yeah. I mean, some of the comedy is so fucking bad. Like the beginning starts with a "your mama" joke or whatever. It's just like,
yo mama.
This is like what? Yeah, he said, "Yeah, I'm calling your mom" or whatever, and then the over the top guy is like, "What? Ah!" Which I love that guy actually, but he's fucking way over the top. But yeah, I'd say, honestly, I'd say probably a high C.
I would say C.
Sure, I'll put it there. I put it above.
Well, that means it'll be above Force
Solo.
Awakens. No, not above Force Awakens. I think Force Awakens is better.
Yeah, I agree.
Better like crowd pleaser. That definitely, that's for sure.
So yeah, I'm on the opposite end of that, but I've explained why. I don't really care if the crowd's pleased or not, as long as I give a fuck, and I don't really have a stake in it.
Solo is a mediocre adventure movie. That's fine.
Yeah, I thought you liked it more than that.
It's fine. It's just whatever. I mean, Star Wars, I want to feel like grand thing. This is just a kind of a crappy sort of movie.
Kyle the auteur. Star Wars, I just want to feel grand thing.
I want to feel grand thing.
Ron Howard is not a guy you want to make your Star Wars movie, okay?
No. When they got him after they fired the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs guys, I was like, I want to see that movie still. I want to see whatever the fuck the fucking Lego movie guys had planned, because supposedly it was going to be like a farce pretty much. And I'm good with that. Do that. I'd rather see that because those guys can make a funny movie.
I legitimately kind of, I always love when Hollywood like kicks out two movie directors and the movie directors they replace them with bomb the movie, and it's like the one originally sounded so much better. Yeah. It's always like a big fuck you. It's not always obvious, like not all the time. I'm sure sometimes like the movies aren't as cool as maybe they're being made out to be, but in my mind, I like the idea.
Again with Rise of Skywalker, the same thing happened. Colin
Trevorrow, yeah. Even though I don't think he filmed anything in that movie at that point.
No, but he did have an outline for it.
I think he might have still had a script or a screenwriting credit. That could be wrong. Maybe that was for Last Jedi.
But he had a different idea for 9. So
no, actually, no, I don't think he did. I'm not even gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
He did. There's like storyboards.
Is it? No, I'm talking about screenwriting credit. I don't think he actually got it.
Oh no,
I don't think he did. But I think he did for Jurassic World 2. So you saw how well that went. Jurassic World 2 has legitimately the worst ending I've ever seen in a fucking movie.
Holy fuck.
Dude, I wanted to fucking strangle that little bastard.
God.
World's most hated character. Anyway.
Solo, you don't get the guy who made the Da Vinci Code to make your fucking Star Wars movie, man.
The guy that made the Moby Dick movie with Chris Hemsworth. Remember that movie?
Yeah. And Ron Howard has made good movies for sure, but like it's just not his forte.
Yeah, get him to make a dad movie, like get him to make like a Ferrari or something like that. He could do that. Hey, I love Rush. I think Rush was great.
Yeah, but like Star Wars, like
even though there's a moment in Solo that reminded me of Rush. There's like a kind of like a speedy like a chase scene. I was like, all right, well, that's kind of like Rush.
And I like how Red Letter Media like predicted every single fucking thing that was gonna happen in this movie.
The meeting scene that blew my mind. When I was in the theater, I was like, "Holy shit!" I couldn't believe it. It was like word for word what they said. Han Solo gets captured. He's in a dark cave. Then he hears growling, and then he finds out it's Chewbacca, and then they meet and break out. It's exactly what happened.
Dude, this movie is
it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it.
It killed Star Wars for a
the
bit,
least
though.
like a Star Wars movie. It feels the least.
Yeah, which is actually probably good because there's like every other movie from Disney has felt like they've been trying to amp up the Star Wars, and this one, I like that it's kind of grimy. I like that they have some weird ass looking alien puppets. Like the beginning has that weird ass like the orphanage like alien or whatever that was supposed to be. The only part I don't like
feels like an 80s movie, sort of.
Yeah, if you just updated the special effects, sure, it's like a heist movie at parts, and then actually I think it's probably like a heist movie most of the time, right?
Yeah.
How's it end too? It doesn't have like a rebel girl show up, and then
Darth Maul shows up.
Not to mention that Darth Maul shows up with robot legs and fucking.
And one of the guys turns out to be a traitor. Like Woody Harrelson's a traitor or some shit.
The traitor. They're both the traitor. Actually, they nailed that too in the predictions because Rich said the love interest was going to betray Han Solo, and then I think Mike said that Woody Harrelson was going to betray him, and they both ended up betraying him. So, like, all right, cool, good prediction. It's almost like you can't do a lot with Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
It's easily predictable.
Wild because I'm like, I feel like you can do everything with Star Wars, but
yeah, I mean, even the Mandalorian, like a lot of episodes have been like, oh, Mandalorian's doing something. Someone comes in, asks him to do a job. He does the job for them. There's a low point where everybody's getting fucked up, and then the Mandalorian shows up and he saves the day.
Yeah, but it's fun though because it's a TV format.
Yeah, but they're like 30-minute episodes. Yeah. So it's like, all right, this shit again. But you get to see some fun visuals.
You get to see Baby Yoda.
You get to see Baby Yoda's fucking cute ass.
All right, rankings.
Let's see.
I'd say high C, close to a B. I did enjoy. I'd say low B actually. I'm thinking about it. I really like some of the performances. I think the Olden Ironreich or whatever his name is. I think he was good. I thought.
I don't know about that, dude.
He wasn't Han Solo, but he was good in the movie.
The robot was not nearly as bad as people say it is.
Oh, the robot was so fucking annoying though. And I found it funny that when the robot dies and it goes to the Millennium Falcon, Lando almost immediately loses the Falcon, so he just lost to like one of his best friends.
And he wanted to bang the robot too, which is weird.
No, I don't think he wanted it. I think he did.
Oh yeah.
Justin, the robot was like a suggestive comment. Like I think the robot was like, "I need you to do that thing again, where I put a strap on it, peg."
Yeah, that was strange.
I don't think she said that, but
all right.
And then the lead scene where he gets pegged. How embarrassing!
Final
Rise of Skywalker. I could write a college thesis about how terrible this movie is. Fuck this movie. I went on a rant about this when it came out. It sucks ass. Fuck this movie.
Yo, only when this came out? That's the only rant you ever done.
This is the most slapdash fucking like cobbled together conclusion.
It felt like they found like seven. It felt like they found 17 fan fictions and just struck them all together and said everyone liked this, right?
It's so shitty at times. Like I didn't hate this movie, but there's times where I'm just like, what the fuck? Because Babu Frick, man. This movie is so fucking ridiculous. To the point where they had like it's the conclusion and they're ending the saga, the Skywalker saga, even though fucking every Skywalker's dead at this point. And they just and we'll talk about Rey. Fuck that. I groaned in the theater. I was like, oh, fuck off. But the one, it's just I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my god, what was I gonna say? I just fucking completely.
The one.
I forgot what I was gonna say. The one. I was gonna say the one thing. Something. I forgot. All right,
Babu
someone
Frick,
go on. I didn't like it.
Everything that's not Babu Frick, I fucking despised in this movie.
They wanted to end this on like a big epic note. The action sucks in this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
All of it sucks. And they to the point where they actually had to put in the movie the Star Wars theme, which has never been in the movies themselves. Always at the end of the credits or whatever, and in the beginning, of course. But but like the fucking the classic theme.
The fanfare.
Yeah, exactly. They put it in the movie. I'm like, what? Like that's not in the actual movie. They put it in when all the fucking stupid ass ships show up to fucking save the day. It's
That's funny. I
garbage.
didn't know that. I didn't know that was never in the series.
Oh, it's been in the credits, obviously, but never in the movie. Dun, 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 dun,
It felt pandering so fucking hard. Like talk about hand-fisted. Like this movie felt like it was just everything was like, oh, you guys want to see this now, right? You guys want to see this now, right? What about this? Like,
yeah, it's
like, Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Incoherent as fuck, dude.
I'm actually getting more mad.
Followish thing.
Because like they had like the fucking it starts off with Kylo Ren, like I think the first words in the title crawl is like the dead speak or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this? It's like Emperor Palpatine's back. I'm like, all right, they were desperate. They needed a villain after Snoke got cut in half, so it's just like they needed somebody. And Kylo Ren, I guess he could have been the villain. I don't know why they didn't just make him the villain, but I guess they wanted to make him good towards the end. So like if he's going good, then who the fuck are they gonna fight? So I like the good things about Last Jedi completely abandoned. They don't even think to the point where when Luke finally does show up, he's just like everything I said in that last movie. Fuck it. The Jedi, the lightsaber is amazing. It's the best thing ever. Jedi are amazing. It's awesome. It's just like they just torpedoed the only good things in the last movie and then replaced it with generic shit.
It was so obvious too.
Talking about it makes me like it less and less because I don't like it at all, but like I don't hate it. But there's so much shit. Like I can't even think of anything.
Yeah,
that's,
but this is where truly like I think the fact that they just didn't get Finn fuck all. They even had like, hey, Ray, I gotta tell you something. What are you gonna say?
Let's talk about in the Finn standalone show that they'll have to recast because John Boyega.
Obviously, they've had to have an interview on that, right? Like what was going to be said.
I think J.J. Abrams came out and said he was gonna say that he's Force sensitive, meaning he has the Force in some way. We'll like that in the fucking movie, JJ, but all right, whatever. And hearing like because Solo had a lot of reshoots, and I didn't feel like the movie felt like a movie that had a lot of reshoots for the most part. Like it felt. I mean, you could say it was mediocre, sure, but it felt like
mediocre.
It felt like, well, it was, but whatever.
Horrible.
Solo.
Oh,
Solo had a lot of reshoots. Obviously, they had to refilm
Kyle, see, horrible,
horrible. Ugh. But like that one didn't feel like it was like a bunch of different movies. You know what I mean? It felt like just that's it. That was the movie Solo. I didn't feel like there's like 40 different movies in here. Rise of Skywalker, they have like a fucking the thing that shows where Emperor Palpatine is, and he lives on a fucking a planet that's like if you're prone to seizures, don't even fucking see this movie because you'll
die
instantly get one. Even I was like fucking hell, stop flashing the fucking lights. And he's on this planet, and it's like all dark and shit, and then it just skips ahead, and then there's some goofy shenanigans, and there's like. Princess Leia obviously isn't there because Carrie Fisher died 4 years prior, and they had to use like deleted scenes and cut her out and paste her in the shit. It's just like it felt like a bunch of different movies, but it also felt like just like barely enough for one movie too at the same time. It was weird. It just feels cobbled together. And from what I heard, the movie had like they filmed like 4 different endings or some shit or whatever, and I'm sure all the other ones had to have been better than the. Hey, your camera's fixed. Oh no, it froze.
No, it just blips.
Yeah. Oh wait, there it goes. Yeah, it's back. Oh no, it's froze.
No, he's there. He's blinking.
Oh, he's there.
Hell yeah.
Hey. Oh yeah, Rise of Skywalker. You know what?
I'm gonna give this a fat F, bro. I fucking no.
You know what? I'll say a D. Fuck it.
Sure, I'm down with that.
Cause it's just like it's not even like that entertaining too. Like they fly now. Like fuck that.
They fly now. That part's funny.
They've always flied. Like they flied in fucking previous movies. And they fly now. What a dumb
fly
fucking.
now?
like J.J. Abrams like 2 weeks before the movie comes out, he's still filming scenes. And he's like, we don't have that enough comedy. They fly now? I don't know. Fuck it.
What's a paladin?
Fuck it. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate that it ended like that. There's some good stuff in it. Like some
Babu Frick.
so many vistas. But like there's some interesting visuals, I guess. But like
Babu Frick.
Babu Frick is fun. I like Babu Frick. It was probably the best alien they introduced in this fucking new series. Fucking what's her name? The weird butthole eyed character. What's her name? I don't even remember. The one that has Luke's
Yeah.
that they don't
I
explain.
forgot her stupid name.
Maz Kanata. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know how you know that.
What a waste.
All right. Well, there you go.
That's your Star Wars ranking.
Honestly, you know what?
Yes,
I got talked down. I think I got talked down. I'm gonna say that Attack of the Clones is better. 'Cause Attack of the Clones,
I think so.
at least it's memorable bad. Like I haven't watched that movie in like 10 years, and I can still remember a lot of the shitty scenes in that movie. Rise of Skywalker I saw a little over a year ago, and I'm forgetting certain things. Like I'm trying to remember what happened. How did they get on board that that Star Destroyer?
Plus, there's no fixing this. It's done.
Yeah, fucking done. Attack of the Clones was like the middle part of a prequel series. Like you can forget the prequels ever happened. This is the end of the Skywalker saga, where everybody from the original movie is dead now. Yay!
At least Attack the Clones has super battle droids.
That's true. So, the droids are cool, even though some of them are stupid as hell because they talk.
All right.
Just a regular.
Roger.
Roger.
That was the.
But they're also
Ranksters.
like they're like the skeletons from Army of Darkness. They're just like jokes. They're like, hey, whatever.
Yep.
That was your Ranksters for the Star Wars franchise, I guess.
Series. Yeah, this is the series. And when it comes to movies, this is it.
What had a better ending, Rise of Skywalker or the Ranksters? Tell us in the comments.
Oh, I got one last thing. I got this from.
This is the ending right here.
Look at this.
Hell yeah, dude.
Whoa! Look at him.
Look at him. Wow.
Oh man,
He don't give a fuck about Jedis anymore. Look at this guy.
he has a wanking hand.
Oh yeah, you could beat it.
Beat that saber.
Oh yeah, man.